What is up, XXxScarKnightxXx, bringing you Let's Play. Well, it's not really a Let's Play, it's a V.U.R. It's another vlog update randomness, and I decided to wait for about a month and let it sink in, and it's about not exactly last V.U.R. I think the last thing I did was the Yoshi Story Award ceremony and the nominations. Before that, though, I had a V.U.R. that says, V.U.R. I think it was like number 15, and it said major changes, please watch. Those that are new subscribers may not know what I'm talking about, so I do apologize if you don't know exactly what's going down. I'm going to explain it to you. Basically, in those major changes, I said to everybody that watched that video, of course, that I wanted, I always forget that word, something criticism. I don't remember the word. It's probably going to be on screen. If not, then forget about it. Something pertaining to criticism where it is precise of what you think of how I'm performing. Is it constructive criticism? I don't know. About how I'm doing in the channel, what you think I need to be improved, what don't you like about me, what do you like about me. But more importantly, what I'm referring to with that video is that the fact that I got the job. I got the job and I was working, and the thing is, if you haven't noticed already in the title of the video, they let me go. I recently got fired. This was a month ago. So just to explain everything that happened, and don't feel bad for me, I really wanted this to sink in after a month, because if it's literally the same day that I got fired, mostly I would have been depressed, and it would have just not been good. And I'm pretty sure 2 weeks I'll still feel it. In 3 weeks I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I have some, grudge or anything like that. So 1 month passed, I still kind of feel like, it's in the back of my mind, but I feel like I should inform you guys because I already let you guys know about it. And I feel like I should let you guys know about what's going on with my life right now because I shared it with you guys. So, I'll bring it to the top. Basically, I was applying for this fast food restaurant. I'm not going to say what it was, but that's what I tried to do. I applied for this fast food restaurant. A family member helped me out try to get the job. And, after a while, it took a really long time to get a hold of the manager because he's very hesitant. He's like, he tells me he was going to do something and he really doesn't. So, I waited for a long time. I kept on pushing myself towards him, going like, okay, you said to call you in a couple days, and so here I am, and here we go. After a while, after like a month and a half of trying to finally get an interview going, I got the interview, and he says, okay, you start next week. I got really excited because the fact is, I already explained in the major changes, please watch the video, that in the past I never exactly gotten a real job. I got an under-the-table job. I worked the longest in a flea market. Other than that, it's just side jobs like cleaning stuff, picking up garbage, whatever you could think of that really is under-the-table job. But the longest job I had was a flea market job. So I just earned $20 a day. I'm sorry if this is boring to some of you. Feel free to skip this video, but this is just to inform you guys what's going on. I think it might be interesting to some people, but if you're new here, then it might just be a tad confusing. And I try to, again, save it for a month later because I don't want to make it depressing for you guys. I understand I lost something, and I just have to get over it. But just continue what I was trying to say. I got the interview. It wasn't even considered an interview though, because I talked with him and he was just telling me what job I'm gonna do, and I wasn't exactly clear because I thought I was just gonna be a dishwasher, pretty much. That's all I knew I was gonna do, and he explained it to me like, yeah, you're gonna be a dishwasher or whatever like that, and then you start next week. So he tells me that what he does to train new employees, that he only has them for once a week, and then he makes a transition to make it 2 times a week, then 3 times, and etc., etc. With me, he only still kept it for once a week until he felt comfortable. So this is already a problem where I saw starting out. So I started the first week. He introduced me to what I was going to do, and he set me up for cooking a certain something. I'm not gonna say what because that gives it away. I thought I was good at dishwash, but I was okay with it. Apparently, in this fast food restaurant, you do literally everything. Maybe that's all fast food restaurants, but I didn't know. I was assigned cashier, but he just says it so it's easier because that's just easier to put in the applications. But I thought I was gonna do dishwasher. It really doesn't matter. I was okay with any job I get anyway. But for the most part, I'm just a cook. I'm not good at cooking, but that's not the reason why something happened. But the first week, I was learning. He was kind of patient with me, I suppose, and that's where it comes into fruition. The funny thing is, I have a friend there that works at that same place, and I didn't know this. He worked at a different fast food restaurant. It's the same brand, but he worked at a different one. Turns out he went to the same one that I work with. So he told me to keep it hush hush and pretend that we don't know each other. The reason being is because he thought it would be a good idea if he made me look better. If he said, "Oh, this guy, he's doing pretty good. It'll take him a little bit of time." Hopefully that makes sense. I gotta get his logic. Is because if he knew me, it'll be kind of biased, right? If you were to tell him, he's pretty good. That's why I have him around, and this and that. But it's different when it's somebody that you don't know, and that's where you get the first impression, and that's where the idea sets in, and the manager looks at him. He's like, yeah, you're probably right. You get opinions, and it affects your decisions and stuff like that. So that's why I pretended like not to know him. So for that entire thing, we kept the hush hush. I saw him the first day. I didn't speak to him. It was kind of awkward on some eye contact, but besides the point. The first day wasn't bad. I thought the job was very difficult, but yeah. So the second week came around, and apparently there's no main cook, like the guy that really makes all the good stuff. And I was still supposed to do like the secondary cooking. Apparently, since this cook, the main cook, was gone, I was supposed to be the main cook now. And I don't know how to, so they taught me how to do it, and I was pretty slow because this is my first time learning it this week. I was supposed to continue doing the secondary cooking. So he sees me do it, and I'm struggling because it's actually really, really difficult in my opinion. I mean, I got used to it quickly, but apparently I wasn't fast enough. Third week came around, I'm doing the secondary cooking again. It's hard because I try to get back into it. I didn't remember as much as I did in the first week. And then the fourth week came around, and he expected me to learn all this stuff by now. And I was just missing a couple things here and there, and I asked help for somebody that I met in that workplace, and they try to help me out. And he didn't really like that, only because he thought, like I said, he thought that I should know all this by now. My thing was, ever since that second week, it threw me off, pretty much. It threw me off, and it was weird because the manager asked me, what do you know? As far as right now, what do you know? And I told him, I know how to do the secondary cooking, I know this, and that. And he's like, okay, well, since you know how to do the secondary cooking, you might survive, or something like that. I'm like, okay. By the end of that day, I felt comfortable to do everything except for certain aspects because I wasn't taught. But he pulled me aside and he told me, you're not fast enough and it's just not going to work out. I don't have the right resources for you. You should have learned all this by now, and today I didn't, what was it? You probably couldn't do anything if you didn't get that help because that person was there by your side the entire time. And I'm all like, well, to be honest, I know everything now. If I didn't get that help, I asked this person to help me out because I was uncomfortable, because I was thrown off. I asked this person so they could help me out, and now I know how to do all these things. But unfortunately, that's where he said he had to let me go, and that's where everything starts. So on that same day, I texted to a friend of mine, the one that works at the place. I put, they let me go. And then I just stood in that van. Like I drive a van, by the way. I was driving to work and stuff like that, and I finally got home, and that's where I gave him the text message, and I literally sat there for 5 minutes just in disbelief because it never crossed my mind that I was just gonna lose my job. I didn't even think that was even like, if you were to ask me, I would think you're crazy. Like, oh, he's gonna fire the new guy. I mean, I'm learning this stuff, you know? I'm learning this stuff. And I really thought to myself, and I was really depressed about all this, really, because it's just, I'm all like, am I really that slow? Is something the matter with me? I don't know. It was really depressing, so I just stood by. And then I thought about what I told you guys. You know, I have this, and I really needed this. Not only for this channel, but just in real life. Like, I've been struggling with monies for years. Ever since where I'm eligible to be employed, really. You know, ever since getting $20 for the weekend, $40 in total, isn't going to save my life. You know, I'm better off being homeless, really. Just asking for money, and I'll get more money that week than $40, you know? But yeah, I stood in that van in disbelief for 5 minutes straight. Then he texts me back. He's all like, what, why? I'm all like, I wasn't fast enough. But ever since then, you know, I didn't want to make a video about this because I didn't want to, you know, be depressing, say, you know, oh shoot, my life is over, anything like that. I didn't want to say anything pertaining to that. So I waited until this synced in. You know, it still hurts now. I'm pretty sure you can hear the shakiness in my voice, but I'm over it. I'm over it. I mean, I talked to my friends yesterday about it. I haven't seen them all month long, and I talked to them about it, and yes, I told them about it. I'm all like, I thought it through, and I know it's not me. It can't be me. I think it's the manager, because if you expect the new guy to know all this stuff once a week, and I don't know, it's a bit strange. I feel like I'm prepared now, but it was too late. He already signed all the papers, and what my friend told me, according to him, he told me that they were planning to let somebody go a while back, and he told me, because I was talking about him, like, you didn't even text me about that, what are you talking about? He said, well, around this time, I'm like, well, that's like the first week I worked. So what that tells me, if he's telling the truth, according to my friend, that means he already decided that he was going to let me go within the first week, which is not fair. So to me, that tells me that it's not my fault, and I was blaming myself. I was kicking myself for 3 weeks straight until I realized, I came to the realization, it's him. It's not me. Hopefully that makes sense. If you guys really think it's me, then go ahead and tell them, just according to the information I gave you. I don't think it's me, because I got along with everybody. I got along with even the manager. He He did tell me I was slow a couple times. I did make one or two mistakes, but who doesn't? I'm only human, you know? And from all the stuff that I've been told, I did talk to some of the employees. I'm all like, so how long do you think you got used to all this stuff? They told me 2 weeks. But from what I come across of, like I said, the second week I had to be the main cook. And then I had to get back into the groove of being what I really am, the secondary cook. And then after that, the fourth week, you know, I had to, basically, that was my second week, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But the whole reason I'm telling you guys this is because what I gave you, what I told you in the major changes, please watch video. You know, I got this job, and the whole reason I felt bad for it is because this was my first job. This was my first job, and I lost it. You know, I was kicking myself for it. But you know, it's unfortunate because I was looking forward to what I could do with the money I would have gotten. I know I shouldn't care, I shouldn't think about the money, but that's really when it comes down to. With that money, that means I could benefit myself, that means I could benefit my family, that means I could benefit this channel for you guys. That made all the difference, and now it's gone. But what I could tell you this, I could tell you because I did. Well, it wasn't an official promise, but I did promise you guys from now on, ever since that major changes, please watch video. I said from now on, just expect better content from me, and I'm gonna keep that promise. I'm not backing down just because of this. I'm not that type of person that goes into a cradle and goes into that corner and gets back into the corner and just expects defeat. That's not the type of person I am. I'm that type of person that is very determined in what he does, very passionate at what he does, and doesn't back down from a fight. That's just not me. Or what I mean by not me, I mean like, I'm not the opposite of that, but I could tell you guys that I could promise you that even still, I could promise you better content. And right now, luckily, my family, like, they took it better than I did. Like, I told them, I had to wait a week. I had to wait a week for them because I was not ready to tell them that I no longer have the job and I lost it. I literally thought, what I visualized in my mind, my family would have been mortified, and they would have told me that, you know, I can no longer use their car because I've been using their car the entire time, and I thought I was gonna lose so much privilege. And that's just what I thought. But they took it better. They just said, "Oh, okay, I didn't like that job of yours anyway. You know, it was too far or whatever like that." They took it better than I did. But even still, I've been helping them out, and one of my roommates moved away, and he was acting like a jerk lately. So, I mean, he moved 2 months ago, and that's another thing I forgot to mention. In the major changes, please watch video. I said that I was gonna move out, and that might affect the content, but we haven't moved out. We couldn't find any place, so we're still in the same place. So, you know, I could still put the same amount of videos as I always been putting. So this video is almost 20 minutes, so I'm gonna try to end it off at 20. But yeah, expect what I gave you. I'm gonna make the promise. It's September. No, is it October? It's not October. October's Friday, isn't it? Well, whatever this day is, this is posted. Just know what's coming up. I'm gonna try to finish Majora's Mask, and I'm gonna try to get the contest going. You know, just whoever participates will get the awards, or not the awards. You know, the presents or contests, whatever the heck they're called. Just the rewards. You know, the prizes. That's the word. I don't know why I forgot the word prizes. Expect that. I still have to make the theory video because I did promise that in my top 10 video that it's gonna happen this year. I'm also gonna finish the abridged episode. Expect all this to happen within this year, and that's the promise I make. Another thing, I've been trying to get After Effects into my laptop, and a friend was helping me out. So that's another promise that I've been making, and that's something that can improve the videos. It's that itself. I got After Effects, I got Photoshop now. I'm not gonna use Photoshop though until probably the next series that's coming out or whatever, the following Let's Play. Yeah, just expect my promises. So for those of you that made it to the end of this video, and for those of you that are new people that joined the White Tigers and Dragons, I'm sorry that if this video came across depressing. I just wanted to be honest with you guys because I brought this subject up and I was very excited for it. So yeah, just understand that this is what I want to tell you guys. I don't want you guys to think that, oh, this guy still has his job and he's gonna make the content better. I'm still going to do that. It's just a delay, I suppose. But yeah, for those of you that made it for the end of this video, put a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I mean, you could tell me whether it's me or the manager, or you could just tell me, I don't know, some comment that will help boost my spirits up. For the past month, I've been posting videos. Some of them were live, like Pokemon Emerald has always been live. And there's a couple Majora's Mask videos, and it's just different how I just change and I just forget all the bad things that happen, because as soon as I press that record button on, it's just a boost of adrenaline, and I'm excited for what's to come in this video, and I try to give it my all. So yeah, I kind of delayed this video by itself, but that's about it. In the next video, we're gonna probably get some more Pokemon Emerald version and perhaps a Majora's Mask and try to end the series. So if you like this video, don't forget to press that like button. If you really like this video, please consider subscribing if you are new. If you are new, my gosh, I'm so sorry if this is the first video you've seen from me. But yeah, join the White Tigers and Dragons, and White Tigers and Dragons to you.